And we're back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTK.com. We're live here inside the Suburban Chevrolet Make the Choice studios. You know, midway through the 7 o'clock hour every single Wednesday, we get our baseball update, our diamond notes, if you will, from Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich. All of our guests from State Street are brought to you by Dexter Builders. Dexter Builders specializes in providing complete home improvement services. From initial design through construction to final walkthroughs and inspections, they can handle the whole job or any part of the job. They are Dexter Builders. And joining us right now to discuss the week that was in Michigan baseball is Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich. Coach Bakich, good morning.
Good morning, Sam. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. You know, when we last spoke a week ago, we were talking about coming off the Notre Dame Irish Classic where, you had some games where you weren't able to get off the snide offensively for the most part. Pitching kind of came around, but you said, you know what, guys are battling. The attitude is positive. We are trending in the right direction. And lo and behold, you look at the games to follow. A 4-2 stretch last week, Coach, where your guys really rebounded in an impressive way.
Yeah, we are. We're going in a positive direction. The momentum is good right now, and we're just going to look to keep one step at a time, just keep playing better baseball as we keep moving forward.
Well, we talked at that time. You had already beaten Florida Gulf Coast, and we talked about what an outstanding game Jackson Glines had, where you look at a contest where he drives in a career-high 5 runs in that game, 2 for 4 at the plate with a double. He continued to have some big games. He wound up last week being named the Big Ten Player of the Week with 9 for 17, 6 runs scored, 5 doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs, Coach.
Yeah, he had an amazing week. Yeah, you know how much we talk about quality at bats, and that's the stat that we keep offensively that's most important to us, and he had 26 plate appearances last week, and 22 of them were quality at-bats, which is like 85%, which in all the years I've been coaching baseball, I think that's the best week I've ever seen from a quality at-bat percentage standpoint.
Wow. So
it's no surprise when he puts that many quality at-bats together in a week that he has amazing results. And, yeah, he was on fire. Everything he hit was hard. Every at-bat was quality, and really was the catalyst for us all week long.
All right, so we've already talked about Florida Gulf Coast. You went on later that day to take on UCF, a tight one, and this was a close game that you won, Coach. You beat UCF 3-2.
Yeah, we got 3 great pitching performances. Brett Adcock got in there making his first career start and did a great job, just forcing contact and pounding the strike zone and really kept them off balance. And Jake Balicki got in there, and James Burke, rebounded really well in that game because he had a tough outing the day before against Florida Gulf Coast. But he got right back on the horse and really just shut the door against them and just had all of his pitches going. And then we just did enough offensively. We scratched some runs, and we squeeze bunted, we slash and run. We just, we had all the everything. Our whole arsenal was out. Because it was definitely a pitcher's duel. There was a bunch of hard hit balls that night. The wind was blowing in. We hit quite a few balls that were caught right at the fence. It's just one of those days where hitting the long ball wasn't going to happen. So we were going to have to fight, scratch, and claw to get some runs on the board, and we did just enough.
All right, so then from there you go into the Princeton series, Coach, and getting back to Jackson Glines, I guess the stat that jumps off the page at me is he got hit by 4 pitches. I mean, is he your version of Shane Victorino? How do you get hit by 4 pitches?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he does. He just, I don't know. Maybe we need to work with him on getting out of the way of the ball or something. But,
well, get you on base.
That's right. No, he did a great job getting on base, and that's we moved him last week down to from leadoff to the 3-hole, and shifted our lineup around, and whatever the reason, I think it was mostly him just focusing on having quality at bats. But whether it be hit by pitch or walk or base hit or, whatever. He always found a way to execute.
All right, so the first game of that series, you go down 7-3. Then you come back the next day, Coach. You jump right on them. In game one, you win that one 8-2, and then one of those close games that we've been talking about, Princeton comes out on top 6-5.
Yeah, in both of the losses, we really just kind of shot ourselves in the foot, just getting down quite a few runs right away. And for Princeton, they threw a left-hander on Friday night who held Santa Barbara down for 5 innings when he pitched against them the first week, and he's actually really good. He's as good as good of a left-hander. That guy could pitch anywhere. He's up to 92 and throwing all of his pitches for strikes, and we really didn't have much of an answer for him. And then offensively, we were much better in the doubleheader. Again, we just got off to just got behind, and we're battling out of a deficit. And in the second game of the doubleheader, just one of those games that could have gone either way. And we just didn't get we didn't do enough offensively, and unfortunately, they did more than we did offensively and put up some big innings late in the game that just cost us. But the guys responded well on Sunday, and we're able to get out of there with a win and still keep that that good momentum going.
We're talking to Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTK.com. Another consistent theme in the wins in the Princeton series, Coach, quality start. The 8-2 victory, Logan came in and gave you a quality start, only gave up 1 run. And then Evan Hill to close things out, 8 innings, coaching a 4-2 victory to close things out on Sunday.
Yeah, both those guys did a great job. Logan was pitching out of a lot of jams. I think the only inning of that entire game where he actually had a 1-2-3 inning was his last one in the 6th inning. And otherwise, he was always pitching with people on base, and to only give up 1 run when there was a lot of things happening in that game. He really showed a lot of toughness and a lot of grit. And Evan, in his game, we need, that's what we needed. We needed a shutdown pitching performance. It's the 10th game in 10 days or 9 days or whatever it is. Everybody was, I think everyone was just tapping into their mental toughness storage just to try to get through that, and that's exactly what we needed. We needed somebody to give us a great pitching performance and a dominant one, and that's what Evan did. He was throwing all of his pitches for strikes. He was down in the zone. He was working fast. And that was a game where it was 0-0 going into the 6th inning, and then they score 2 runs, and then we score 2 runs, and then Evan puts a 0 up, and then we score 2 more, and Evan puts another 0 up, and he ends up going 8 strong innings, and he's coming in saying he wants to finish it and pitch the 9th, and we got to calm him down and tell him, no, you're at 100 pitches, settle down. But what a terrific job he did, and he's just a competitor, and he was the reason we won that game.
I'd be remiss in talking about all the outstanding performances in that series. If also to mention Kyle Jusick, 417 in that series at 4 ribbies and a run score, batting .333 on the season so far. Well,
Juice he's steady Eddie, and he led our team in quality at bats last year. He had the highest quality at bat percentage of everyone on the team, including Mike O'Neill and Pat Biondi, and he did that all fall, and he's I think he's number 2 right now behind Glines, and he's just consistent, and he just finds a way to have a quality at bat. He puts the barrel on the ball, he hits the ball hard, he moves runners over, he hits sac flies. He just does all the little things that from a coaching standpoint you want to see, and then he also delivers the big hit. He'll get a clutch hit when you need it. So he's been a great great surprise these last couple of years. I think coming into it from a coaching standpoint, not knowing really what position this guy can play, and is he a DH or what is he, and just to have quality at bat after quality at bat, and then be serviceable at first base. He can play left field, he can DH. He's really turned into a nice utility player.
Before we talk about the College of Charleston tournament, Coach, one more question for you. We talked about you easing Jackson Lamb back into things as he tries to recover from injury. How did he come along last week? How is he now?
You know, he has good days and bad days, and so the good days we play him, and the bad days we don't. And he's been really good, doing a good job of just being honest of where he is, and he's a lot of our guys actually have I think that the week of travel with the bus rides and the plane trips and all that stuff didn't do us any favors because we've got a few sore low backs right now. But with Jackson, he's day to day is the easiest way to say it, and I think it's just a muscle strain, and he just has some low back, some spasms on certain days, and he just so we're just trying to give him as much time off as he needs, and really just try to get him to 100% to where he can play consistently, and and be as healthy as he possibly can.
Coach, this is the time of year where you guys are on the road a lot, and obviously still on the road. Charleston, College of Charleston tournament down in South Carolina, App State, College of Charleston, and Kent State. Just tell us about that competition and how good it must be to be away from this treacherous weather that we are enduring yet again here in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about the weather. Speaking of Charleston, it's an offensive place. They play kind of right on the water, and the wind usually blows out. I don't know which way it's going to blow this weekend, but it's a smaller park, and the ball usually carries there. So, College of Charleston usually it has a very offensive team, and they typically score lots of runs and recruit big physical type hitters who try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. So we'll have our hands full certainly when we play our doubleheader with them. Friday night's our priority right now. We open up with Appalachian State, and that I think our guys have a bad taste in their mouth about that one, just because we lost to Appalachian State in the second game of the doubleheader. After we beat Notre Dame in extra innings, it was one of those emotional wins, and then had an emotional letdown. We just got down to Appalachian State in the second game in the doubleheader out in North Carolina a couple weekends ago, and so I think our guys are pretty fired up to make sure that they come out clicking on all cylinders on Friday night and really start the weekend off in the right way, and then we'll worry about College of Charleston. But College of Charleston can certainly swing the bats, and our pitching staff's going to have to do a good job of working down in the zone and forcing contact and letting the defense work.
All right, well, Coach, it was a great way to bounce back last week. As I said, 4-2, and hopefully more where that came from coming up here in the College of Charleston tournament. We'll talk to you about that next week, and good luck.
All right, sounds great. Thanks again.
All right, that was Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich joining us to bring us up to speed on the Maize and Blue. Let me bring you up to speed on where you might find a great deal. If you're looking for a great deal on a Chevy, a great deal on a Cadillac, no better place to go than Suburban Chevrolet Cadillac right here in Ann Arbor, because they have lease deals that just cannot be beat. Like right now, if you make it down to the corner of Jackson and Wagner Roads in Ann Arbor, you can lease the 2014 Chevy Sonic, $156.98 a month. Maybe you want to step up in size and get into the 2014 Chevy Malibu. You can lease that for $159.85 a month. Step up even more and get into the 2014 Chevy Impala for $198.97 a month. And fuel efficiency is the key, though. The 2014 Chevy Cruze is an outstanding deal. You can lease that right now for $139.78 a month. For those and other great lease deals on Cadillacs, on Chevys, make it down to the corner of Jackson and Wagner Roads in Ann Arbor and check out their inventory. Over 11 acres makes them the largest around, or you can go online. Quite simple, suburbanannarbor.com. You can check out all the lease deals and all the lease details. Suburban Chevrolet Cadillac in Ann Arbor. Make the choice. Got to get to a break. Back on the other side with the recruiting roundup here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports.